So most of you, if you watch this channel, know that a Stimpmeter is a tool that's used to measure the speed of greens on golf courses. What you may not be aware of is how simple a Stimpmeter is to actually make for yourself, do it yourself, how simple they actually work, even though the math and the physics are a little bit complicated. We won't go into that. But also, what do you do? Now you know the Stimpmeter speed of the greens. What use is that to you? Well, you'll want to watch this whole video because we're going to give you that exact information which will help you make more putts. So I went to the hardware store and bought 2 pieces of angle iron. This piece is 36 inches. I put a mark at 30 inches from the end of it because that's how far you want to roll the ball on your Stimpmeter. This piece is 24 inches, and I set it up, used a screw and a lag bolt to hold it in place there. And all you want to do is make sure that this angle is 20 degrees. And to do that for me, I needed to have this piece where I'm letting the ball go exactly 10.5 inches off of the ground, and that's exactly where it is. So then what you do is you set up, and we're going to roll 3 balls in each direction. Well, I dropped that one. No good. Again, this is not perfect, but it's close enough for our purposes. There's one. Wow, same exact distance. 3. Then you measure those. And these are going to be 8 feet 3 inches. So that's 8 feet and a quarter. Then you turn around and go the opposite direction. No, from here back that way. So you turn around from the same starting point. I would simply flip this around and roll out 3 more balls that way. They came up at almost 9 feet, a little past 8 3/4, because that way you can see the valley over there is a little bit downhill. So the average of those is 8.5. The stimp for this green today is 8.5. That's a little bit slow for what it normally is. But now here's the cool thing. What do you do with that information? Okay, I know the Stimpmeter speed for this green, this course today is 8.5. What do I do with that information? One of the reasons this green is a little bit slower today is it's the hot part of the summertime, and they let them get, of course it's afternoon, they cut them early this morning. They let them get a little bit longer in the summer so that they don't lose their greens here in the Las Vegas desert. In the fall and winter, these greens will be rolling at 12 or better, at least 11.5, and a lot of times faster than that. So what do you do now that you know the stimp speed of the greens? How valuable is that? Well, it's incredibly valuable if you use a roll map. These were sent to me by a company called Slope Grade. This is not a paid promotion. It's just great product. I'll put a link in the description section if you want to go check them out. It's a wonderful product, works really well. Again, not a paid promotion. I don't make anything if you go buy these, but they're valuable and helpful. What the folks at Slope Grade have done is they've taken Stimpmeter all the way from a Stimpmeter speed of 6 all the way up through 15. So really slow to really fast. And they've given you, I'm going to walk up and show you one of the cards. Actually, I'm going to use the one for 8.5 because that's the speed of these greens today. So you pull out the card. Here's the one for 8.5. And you'll notice it's got a downhill side and an uphill side. So you look and decide if your putt is a little bit downhill. And I've already looked at this one. I'll show you in just a second how I did that. But I've got a 20-foot putt set up, and it's about 4 inches downhill. I'm looking at the ball versus where the hole is. So you take 4 inches downhill and you go down to a 20-foot putt, and that gives me orange. And you look here on the orange, and it says after the ball is rolled 1 second, it should be 9 feet of the distance. Let's test that out. So on this one, I'm reading my putt, and I see that the ball here is a little bit higher than the hole, about 4 inches. So I've used the slope grade measurement for 4 inches, and it says in 1 second I need to roll the ball 9 feet. I've measured from the ball, put a ball marker at 9 feet. So if I've got the perfect speed at once, you're fucking up my video. You gotta love it when people come to clown you. So if I hit it the right speed, at 1 second, it should be almost halfway for this stimp and this reading at 9 feet. Let's check and see. Of course, we're assuming that I'm gonna hit it the right speed. And what you do if you take a practice stroke is you think about 1/1000. I want it to be to that white dot. This card is set up so that if I hit it the right speed and miss, it goes 12 inches past the hole. Let's see how we do. 1/1000 to right there. 1/1000. I hit it a little bit slower than I should, and it just barely went in at die speed. That was not going to go 12 inches past. But you get the idea. Let me hit it a little bit too fast and show you how far past it goes. 1/1000. See, that goes well past, and I was almost all the way there. All right, now let me hit it a little slow. One 1,000. That was about halfway to the mark, and it made it about 2/3 of the way to the hole. So if you know the Stimpmeter speed and you have a roll card, by the way, these are legal, 100% legal to use in your round, that tells you, and you kind of get a feel for how far you want the ball to roll in 1 second. It's a huge help in getting your speed and distance control dialed in, and that'll help you make more putts. And by the way, even if you don't know the exact Stimpmeter speed, it helps you when you're putting to just visualize, especially on the longer putts. Okay, at 1 second, I want it to be this far to this point. Pick a spot that says at 1 second, I want to roll it that far, and I think that's a speed that'll get me to the hole. That will help you make more putts. So that's probably more information than you ever wanted to know about a Stimpmeter and how to use it. Go out and try this. You'll find that it helps you control your speed and distance, and that'll help you make more putts. So will these 2 videos on the screen now. And until next time, here's to you doing that exact thing and making more putts.